Good evening, everybody. Kamari Ellis here. Welcome to the Money Hour. The Money Hour is something we do every week on Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And our whole goal here is to help you increase your financial IQ. Today, we have the privilege of talking with Mr. Derek Quick. He is an entrepreneur. This man has actually created multiple streams of income, but guess what? He's a regular, everyday guy, just like you and I. He actually works the 9 to 5, but guess what? He's been able to create multiple streams of income with real estate, with selling on eBay and Amazon, and he's also a DJ. So he likes to get busy on the ones and twos. And everybody knows I am a hip-hop fanatic, so we're definitely going to have a good time talking tonight about Derek's journey and how he maintains it all, because he's also a family man. So how are you doing today, Derek?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And yourself?
Good, man. Thank you for joining us. I know you said it was a privilege. I'm actually happy that you're on, because like I said, I wanted to have you on and talk about, what it's like to do all this stuff and just get it busy, because I see people talk about multiple streams of income. It actually drives me crazy a little bit, because I'll see people use multiple streams of income as kind of a marketing tool or marketing ploy, and they'll kind of put it out there like it's this golden egg that once it cracks, or hatches, everything's going to be perfect. But they never talk about the work that actually goes into a lot of this stuff for it to really become truly multiple streams of income. So, I'm delighted that you're on, and I definitely wanted to have you on to talk about that.
I appreciate it.
So I know you DJ. I know you sell on Amazon. I know you sell on eBay. Not sure if you sell on Facebook or not, but we'll definitely talk about that. But you're a truck driver, right? So yes. You do that during the day? Okay, so you're not just some guy.
That's my career, I would say.
Okay, so truck driver is your career. How did you get into selling on Amazon and eBay?
It's crazy because I heard about it on the radio. Like Gary V, I heard him say something on the radio like, you can go to the dollar store and buy an item for $1 and resell it for $10 or $15 on eBay or Amazon. Right. And I'm like, no way. I didn't believe it. So I did some research. I YouTubed it, seen a couple of people saying they making $100,000 a year, $50,000. So I'm like, let me try this out. So I signed up, went to a yard sale, bought some stuff, and sent it in. And I'll never forget it. Like, my first sale was a board game called Dead End Drive. And it sold within like 2 weeks of me buying it. And it took like a week to ship it in. And it hit the warehouse, and then it sold like another week. And I've been hooked ever since. Like, cause I seen that it worked. It actually works.
But what about that Gary Vee conversation or interview sparked your interest? Why did you want to do it?
Well, I've always been I guess you could say a hustler. Like, even in high school, I used to sell chips and stuff out the trunk of my car. I used to make clothes, shoes. Like, before Nike came out with all these different color Uptown Air Force Ones, I was painting them, selling them in school. So it always been in me. Entrepreneurship always been in me. So when he said that, I'm like, let me see what this is about. I hear him talking about he want to buy the jets and all this. I'm like, well, he right here in my backyard, because he talking about he's from Springfield, New Jersey, and I live in Irvington, New Jersey, which is literally 15 minutes away. So I'm like, let me see if this is really true. And then, like I said, seen a couple of videos, people saying they making money on it. So I was like, hey, I got nothing to lose. I got $200-300 I can invest. Let me see what it's gonna do. And
okay.
I turn back.
So you bought a game. What was the name of the game board again? I mean, the board game.
I bought a lot of board games, but the one that sold first was called Dead End Drive.
Dead End Drive. I never even heard of that before. So what was about? How did you know to buy that, and how did you know it was going to sell?
Well, what it is when you start your account, you download the app. You download the Amazon app on your phone. So basically, what you do is you go and you scan. Everything has a barcode, or everything has a name. So what I did was I scanned the barcode on the back of the board game, and it tell you what other sellers are selling it for. So this guy was selling. I guess he was retired. He said he had 3 daughters. I never forget it. He had 3 daughters. He had just a lawn full of board games. He said, "Yo, I just bought my daughters games. Half of them they never use. Some of them they play with. So I'm just going around the yard, just scanning them, seeing how much they're selling for."
So this was a yard sale.
A yard sale.
So you're literally at a yard sale with your iPhone or Android with the scanner, and you're scanning stuff at the yard sale.
Exactly. It looks like the scanner is nothing but the camera on the back of your phone.
Ah,
so it
okay.
looks like I'm taking a picture, but I'm really just scanning the barcode to see how much it's selling for. So he wanted like $1 for the game. I'm like, $1? And it's selling for $113?
Oh, wow.
I'm buying it. So I bought it and and it sold for, well, someone else was selling it. That's how you judge. Well, that's how I do. I can't speak for others. But me, I judge and see what the competitors are selling it for.
Okay.
And depending on how fast I want it, how fast I want to make a profit, I either go in below them or I'll go in a little bit higher and wait for them to sell out. And then I'll be the only one or one of the highest sellers.
Okay.
So that depends on, that's how I determine what I'll list my items for.
Gotcha. So, all right. So you said it took 2 weeks to sell it. So how much did you finally sell it for?
I sold it for $113.
So you spend $1 on this board game.
$1 on the board game, sold it for $113.
Damn.
Minus Amazon fees.
And that's like 3 or 4%, something like that, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like $27 or something like that on that board game.
Okay, and you got to pay shipping costs too, or?
Well, no, you don't. I don't ship anything from my home. I don't keep only product I keep at my home is eBay. Amazon, I keep none of the product at my house.
So you were doing, that's FBA, I think, right? Amazon FBA.
Yeah, fulfilled by Amazon FBA. Yep.
Ah, okay. So you brought them and you send them over to Amazon.
Exactly.
Now there's a cost to ship them to Amazon, though, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But the cost to ship it to Amazon is literally pennies on the dollar. Like I can ship a 50-pound box to Ohio, from Jersey to Ohio or Midwest for like $8.
Okay.
And that's a 50-pound box.
Now,
not a small box. I'm talking about an extra large box from Home Depot.
Got you. Now at the yard sale, how many games did you buy that first day?
That yard sale, if I'm not mistaken, I bought like maybe 12.
So, and they were all $1 a piece?
Yeah, they all were $1.
Okay, so you spent $12 basically, right? I want to give people a real life scenario. You spent $12. You sold it for $113. There was like $30 in fees or whatever, and then I got some shipping costs. So let's say $40. And so you got, I don't know, you got roughly 70 some odd dollars from that.
From that one game.
That one game, right.
That one year.
Now, did you sell the other 12 or the other 11?
Yeah, eventually everything sold.
How long did it take you to sell those?
That I can't even tell you because I sell so much. So it's like you never know when someone wants it. And I tell people everything has a value. What you think is junk is really valuable to someone else. Got you.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
True.
Okay. So how long ago did you start that?
I started in 2015.
Okay. So I guess that's when Gary Vee did the whole, I think it was the $20,000 challenge or something like that, where you can go around the yard sales and find stuff and then sell it online and make roughly 20 grand in a year on the weekends.
Well, it was before that. It was before he did that challenge. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was the year before that.
Gotcha.
The year before he did the $20,000 challenge.
If anybody doesn't know who Gary Vee is, just Gary Vaynerchuk, Google him. He's very easy to find. He's like the it guru, but I do think Gary is a little bit different because he will kind of show receipts and his stuff does work. I'm a big fan of Gary, so check out Gary, y'all. Clearly, Gary got you started in your career. You ever send him a note and say thank you?
Not really. I feel like he's too big for me. He's too big. He probably never see my note.
I think he would. Me and him have gone back and forth on Twitter several times. So when he says he tries to reply, he does. I mean, we've talked about boxing, whole nine. So all right, cool. So fast forward to now, you're still on Amazon. You're still doing stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, I still sell on. Currently, I still sell on Amazon and eBay.
Oh, and eBay. So what's it like selling on eBay?
Honestly, eBay is a little bit more. How can I say it? It's not easier, but you have the right to sell a little bit more than Amazon.
What do you mean by that?
Whereas, all right, Amazon, like I can sell food on Amazon. Like I actually sell candy on Amazon too.
You sell candy on Amazon?
Yeah, I have one product right now that I buy for $1.50 that I retail and resell on Amazon for $23 a bag.
Mm. Now, in full disclosure to everybody, me and Derek talk a lot. He actually found me on Facebook for me doing a live or some kind of video before, and we kicked it and we busted up. And actually, I've had him talk to my son because my son is actually curious about being a truck driver as well. So he's a cool guy. But from a selfish standpoint, I'm looking to develop another stream of income as well. So I said, all right, let me get this brother on so we can talk about it. Because I still always wonder, like, how do people find these niches and make all this money into it? I mean, is it just pure research? What would you tell somebody if they were serious about selling online through an eBay and Amazon? Even Facebook now has Marketplace. What would you tell them to do?
I would strongly suggest you do your research first.
Okay. I hear people say research, but like, what does that really entail?
Right now, to be honest with you, the market is definitely flooded because there's so much on YouTube that you can find.
Okay.
There's so much information. You could just type in Amazon FBA, or you could just type in selling on eBay, and you will find 1,000,001 different sellers or YouTubers that claim to be gurus, and they're going to tell you how to make $100,000, $1 million,
and buy their course for $20,000.
Exactly.
Right.
That, or I also tell people you have to. A lot of times it's common sense. You got to be able to read between the lines, listen at what someone is saying, because they're never going to tell you all the information because they're trying to sell you something.
Right.
They're never going to give you all what you're looking for. But if you have common sense, you can read between the lines and get what they're telling you.
Okay.
So, and a lot of times, like right now on YouTube, you can find guys like, I know guys that go to TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, Burlington Coat Factory. They buy sneakers on clearance, but they turn around and resell them on eBay. And
so they're walking around with their phone scanning tags?
Well, that's the thing. Shoes don't have tags, but they have a code in the inside of the tag where the style code. It's called the style code.
Okay.
Like it says like a 9.5, 10. It has a style code. So you type the style code in, and it'll bring up that shoe, and it'll tell you what that shoe is selling for.
Okay. So what else do you say is a part of doing research, though? You said everybody's got to do their research. So is it just going out to different outlets, whether it's TJ Maxx or Ross or flea market, and just start going through stuff, or is there a shortcut and to figure it all out?
I would say the shortcut. Pardon me. I would say shortcut. Start with items you have around your house. That's free. Just take items around your house and just search it. That way you get familiar with the app. You get familiar of what you're doing. So when you do go out, you know what you're doing. You won't know, but you'll have some sense of what you're looking for, what to look for, what not to look for. You'll know, like, okay, well, is this a good deal or it's not a good deal? Because you'll know what it's selling for.
Okay. So start with stuff around your house. Now,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, most people who have like CDs, books, video games. You can even try your remote control. Exactly. Like,
you can sell a remote control online.
Listen, I tell you something right now that I literally just sold yesterday. An empty box.
A what?
An empty box.
An empty box, like an empty shoebox.
An empty shoebox.
Why would somebody buy an empty shoebox?
For storage.
And I gotta ask, how much did you sell it for?
It sold for, hold on, I'll tell you 1 second. It sold for $24.95 with $10.50 shipping.
A shoebox? A small shoebox or
A regular shoebox.
and that was sold do you see where it was sold to, like in the States, or was it outside the States?
No, it was inside the States.
Wow.
It was definitely inside the States.
So somebody spent over $30 to buy a shoebox.
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all hear that, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Well, we're here with Derek Quick. He's schooling us on how he has created multiple streams of income. I am Kamari Ellis. You're watching the Money Hour. We're here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please share this out with somebody who is interested in creating multiple streams of income. You know, I know a lot of us are hustling and bustling every day. I talk to people. Matter of fact, I was talking to a nurse today who's thinking about getting out of nursing, and she says she's looking for other ways to create multiple streams of income. So I think that's the case with a lot of people. You know, there's a report going around that most people don't have $400 in savings. If you can create some multiple streams of income, or at least one other stream of income, you can solve that gap. So be sure to share this with everybody, y'all. So, okay, so you sold a shoebox for $30, and let me guess, you bought it for $1, or you got it for free?
It was free. It was free.
Okay. All right. I like that. That's what you call arbitrage in the investment world.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. So you do Amazon, you do eBay. Do you do Facebook at all? Facebook Marketplace?
Sometimes it depends on the item.
Okay.
Like what? I want to say 2 years ago, around Christmas time, it was a toy that came out called the Hatchimals. It was just a regular. It was a regular toy with it was like an egg, but it had like a toy inside the egg, and you touch the egg and it warms up, and then the egg hatch. And
I think I remember that. I think I remember that vaguely. Okay.
So I sold some of those on Facebook Marketplace because I got my hands on a lot of them, so it was a hot commodity. So things like that I will, but for the most part, I really don't deal too much with Facebook Marketplace because I don't have time for people just hitting you up trying to lowball you. Right.
I got you. So, I mean, how many hours a week do you invest in doing this?
I say that it's a part-time job, but it really is a full-time job because I probably put more hours in this doing that than I do actually driving a truck.
And so you drive a truck 40 hours a week?
40 plus, yeah.
40 plus, got you. And do you said you don't keep any of the inventory, right? So as soon as you find something, you ship it off to an Amazon, or you ship it off to Amazon. eBay doesn't have a fulfilled by eBay, right?
They're trying to start it, but I don't think they have it up and running as of now.
Okay.
I don't believe. But I do have inventory at my house. Like I do have my
eBay. You do have inventory?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, how do you manage all that inventory? I mean, do you have stuff labeled and different crate systems and stuff like that?
For the most part, I know, being though I'm the only one that touch it, I know where I put it. So it's like I have some in my garage, I have some inside my house, and then it's like in the description of that's on eBay, I'll put a tag in the bottom of the description to let me know when it sells. I know exactly where it is. So like I might put G1. G1 mean is in my garage. H1 mean is in my house.
Ah, okay.
So that way when it sells, I go to the description. If I'm not sure where it is, the description will tell me where it's at. And if it's in my house, it's only but one place it could be.
So you got a whole system to doing this.
Yeah. I try to, as far as eBay, I try to buy it and get it listed. Especially around the summer months with yard sale and garage sales, I try to buy as much as I can buy, even if I don't get it all listed. That way, when the wintertime comes, I can always list.
Gotcha. Now I've seen certain, I guess, so-called gurus say that you should have a certain amount of inventory within FBA or at Amazon warehouses to really make it worth it and feasible. Do you agree with that?
I halfway. because the more inventory you have, the more sales you, the more you sell. But
Okay.
it also depends on what you're selling.
Gotcha.
Because you can get items that sell immediately, or you can get items that's long tail items, like you never know when you don't know when it's going to sell. You have a rough idea of it.
When you say long tail items, what do you mean by that?
Like a long tail item would be something that might sit in Amazon warehouse for 5 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long tail item, but it's profitable.
Okay, I got you.
I won't send it in. If it ain't profitable, I'm not going to send it in.
And you know it's profitable by basically running the scan and see how much it's selling for in the marketplace.
That and its other variables that show you how to determine. Like, it's certain websites that you can go to. It's something that's called a sales rank.
Right, and that's like the speed of how fast things are selling or something like that. I think I've seen that.
Yes, that. So once you get familiar with the sales rank in each category, then it kind of give you a rough estimate of how fast it will sell.
Okay, because I saw a guy, and I think he said you really don't want to mess with anything below, I want to say it's 100 sales rank or something like that.
Well, it depends. See, that's the thing. It depends on the sales rank. Like, it depends on the category. Like a book, you can go upwards of 1 million sales rank in a book, and that book is still good, profitable. It can sell quick. Now, in a video game, 100 is great. Like, that means as soon as you send it in to Amazon, it's going to sell immediately.
Okay.
So anything from 1 to 100 means immediately, basically.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about, I know you did Amazon, you do eBay. I want to come back to that but you also do real estate as well, right?
Yes.
Now, I know you kind of have some mixed feelings about real estate. You said it's kind of time consuming.
It is. It's time consuming, and I feel like you need a team of people.
Like, so do you do rentals? Do you do flips? What are you doing? Wholesaling? What are you doing?
Well, me, I do rentals. I like the flips, the wholesaling, like that's all time consuming. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to get out and really hustle and bustle for that. With the flips, you got to have a team of people. You got to have contractors and all of that. Like, you have to be there. I don't have that time for that. So me personally, I like rentals because it's a long haul.
Right.
I look at the future. I want to be able to leave my daughter something, my great grandkids something. So that's what I look at.
Okay. Now, these rentals, are they single family homes? Are they multifamily homes? What type of rentals are they?
Multifamily.
Now, do you think you make more money off your rentals or off your Amazon and eBay selling?
I would say
not
Amazon
just month, just month to month. I don't want you to do like the equity in the home and all that, because then it gets too tricky.
Yeah, no, definitely off the businesses, off of Amazon and eBay.
Okay, so if you had it to do all over again, would you put all your money into Amazon and eBay and not do the rentals, or would you still do the rentals?
I will always do the rentals, because rentals, like I said, rentals is a long-term game. Okay. And with the rentals, that's mine. That I own that. Like, even though I have to pay taxes to the state, but it's mine. I'm the boss of that. What I say goes. I'm what they say, I'm the law of my land.
Right.
So whatever I say goes. With Amazon and eBay, I'm not even though it's my company, it's my name on it, they can close me at any given time. Whenever they say, look, and another thing with Amazon, they're really, really strict. So if, like, say you a customer of mine and you buy something from Amazon, you complain. Amazon can, even I could be $1 million seller. Amazon can come in and shut my whole business down because of one person complained about it.
Now, I have seen some people. I remember years ago, I worked at there was a business incubator here in Philadelphia called the Enterprise Center, and so there was a guy in there, and he would sell like all these antique plates and other stuff on there. But he would also, so he would put it on Amazon, but he would also have people come back to his website. So could you set up a website and kind of get customers to come to your website in addition to Amazon as well? Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can do that, but not so much. Like I can drive traffic to Amazon. Like I have my own website for my business. I do have my own website, but the products that I sell, I can have them buy directly through Amazon,
right,
off of my website. But what you're saying is the reverse way,
right? Use Amazon to drive traffic to your website.
That I don't think I could. I don't see the way of going about doing it like that. But
so if you got a customer, you get their email address, you might email them and say thank you for subscribing, and then maybe you blast out an email when you get new products in or something like that. Is that something you can do, or is that against Amazon's rules?
I believe that is something that you can do, but I'm not 110% sure on that because that's not something that I do.
Right,
like,
right.
I like that's the reason I do FBA, because I leave all of that up to Amazon.
Gotcha.
So if you complain, you don't call me. I don't deal with you. You deal directly with Amazon. That's what I pay them for. That's what I pay fees for.
Right. So your main job is just sourcing the materials. You go and find it, you put it on Amazon, and that's it. You're done.
Yeah. And I just sit back and collect my money.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to the real estate. So, but you do feel that it's more profitable to do Amazon. I'm guessing Amazon's less of a headache than the real estate.
Not necessarily. Real estate runs itself. Like, you know what I mean? What's the most going to happen? The faucet leaking.
Well, I've been a property manager. Like, so I had like this rivalry, right? Because I used to do another show. My buddy Eddie, he wholesales, right? And so I always say stock is better than real estate. As a joke, I think every asset class is good. But for me, I've had some horror stories when I managed property. I mean, I literally had people that I had to evict. They came back in, they broke in. They literally defecated and urinated in the apartment, broke windows, broke walls, broke toilets, broke faucets. So I've had some war stories. So when you say what's the worst they can do, my mind goes to there's a lot they can do.
But what everything you just named is all light.
It's all what?
That's all light work. That's nothing. It's not like
it was about 30 grand in damage. It was about 30 grand in damage, and granted, it was covered by insurance, but it was just a pain because it was off the market. I had to coordinate getting everybody, all the workers in there, and it was just a pain. That's all.
But see, for me, I'm more hands-on. Like something like that, I'll go in and fix it myself.
Okay,
I've been around.
So you're a handyman too.
Yeah. I've been around property all my life. Like my grandmother owned numerous houses. So even when I was a kid, I've been around fixing, like I can gut a bathroom down to the beams and rebuild it.
Yes, same here. I guess I'm just lazy. I don't like to do it.
See me, I love it.
Okay.
I love that because it's your work. It's your handyman. You put your own touch on it.
Right.
So when you sit back and you look at it, you're like, I did that.
Right. I feel you.
Anybody could pay somebody to do something.
Yeah, I'm lazy. I ain't afraid to.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. See, that's why you got all the money. I'm trying to get it.
No, I'm trying to be like you, man. They create multiple streams of income. So, all right. So you got the real estate. That's something you want to do. You want to nail that down. But you are also a DJ. So right now we have at least 4 streams of income because you also are a truck driver, a CDL, tractor truck trailer driver as well. So 4 streams of income. So you DJ as well. How did you get into DJing?
When I was in high school, I always loved music. So I was in high school. I went to a record store, and I was just fascinated with all of the records. Like I was just fascinated. They had some turntables, so I'm like, let me try this, and it sparked the interest in me again. But what initially led me to DJing was the movie Juice.
Okay.
Like the movie Juice, like I even when it comes on TV, I make my daughter like, yo, this is what made me want to DJ.
Right.
Once watching Juice as a kid and then going to the record store, it just sparked that interest. And I did it in high school for a minute and I left it alone. And then I want to say about 6 years ago, it's crazy because I was doing some work on one of my grandmother's properties. And I don't know what the political word to call them, a crackhead or junkie. I don't know which one, what they call them.
Political, just call it what it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But they were selling some CDJs for like $27. So I bought them. I went home. I told my wife, like, yeah, babe, I'm about to start DJing again. She like, yeah, whatever. You do it all here. You tell it. Like, all right, don't believe me. So I practice, and now I have a mobile DJing service.
Okay. And how often are you out DJing? You do it once a week, once a month?
Average, I would say sometimes 2 to 3 times a month, depending on, or more, depending on the season.
Okay.
You know, I mean, summer season, proms, birthday parties. Like I said, I do more private events than club events.
Okay, but that's still 2 to 3 times a month that you're getting a paycheck.
Yeah, you can say that. Or sometimes I do one gig that pays pretty nice that I don't have to do no other gigs the rest of the month.
Yeah, but it sounds like you love DJing, so you probably would still do those other gigs anyway.
Yeah. I will. I don't.
Because if you get one that pays, I don't know, what's the most you can make being a DJ?
It depends. I've had gigs where I get paid a couple of grand.
Okay.
For
4
or 5 hours.
Okay. I mean, is there like an average rate you have, or I don't want to put too much business out there?
Normally, I charge by 4-hour slots.
Okay.
And then too, it depends on, like, I have a flat rate, but I also run an a la carte business. So depending on what you want, like if you want dance floor lighting, that's more. If you want TVs, like I bring out 50-inch LED TVs. If you want that, that's more.
And so it depends on what you got. Light machines and smoke machines too, I think you said.
Well, I don't do smoke machines. I don't. I personally don't do it, but I have DJ buddies that if I needed it, I can get it.
Okay.
That's not something that I advertise in my packages, but I do light shows. I do up light where I'll light the walls up. I do TVs, 50-inch LED TVs, which is called a VJ. So I'm actually DJing live videos.
Okay.
And I'm playing it on TV, so you can see, like, let's say the wobble or the cha-cha slide. If you don't know the steps, you can look at the TV and follow along to it.
Yeah, I can't do either one of those. Slide to the right.
Hey, listen,
slide to the left.
It tell you what to do. All you gotta do is do it.
I gotta practice it first, bro. You can't get me out there like that. So all right, you got the VJ and the lights. It's all on top of it. So, easily that's another couple $100 a month that you're bringing in, if not more, along with your Amazon, along with the property. So I'm guessing all of that probably can replace or close to replace your 9-to-5 income, or close to it.
I'll put it to you like this: Amazon and eBay can replace. I probably make more money on Amazon and eBay than I do at my day job. But I won't quit my day job because my day job is too sweet for me to quit.
Okay.
Like, I'm the only driver at my job, so I basically make my own hours, make my own schedule, and everybody at my company been there 20 plus years, 30 plus years.
Right. Now, are you driving, long distance, or are they just like short haul, local, regional type trips?
Yeah, everything's local. Like the farthest I might go north, it may be Massachusetts. Like I was in Massachusetts on Monday. Farthest south I might go is Delaware, but that's not that often. Like I'm mostly Jersey, Pennsylvania, sometimes Connecticut.
Okay. So you can be basically back home in the same day, maybe an overnight here or there.
Yeah, it's very rarely that I do. Only way I'm doing overnight if I run out of hours. Other than that, I'm coming home every night.
Gotcha. So, I mean, you got all this stuff going, Amazon, the DJing, the driving, the rentals. Do you ever feel it's too much?
Oh yeah, a lot of time. It gets overwhelming trying to manage everything. Like I was telling you earlier, like emails and phone calls and remembering to call people back. But the one thing that I can honestly say that keeps me balanced is my wife and my daughter. Like my wife is always on me, like, you working too much, you leave it, don't do nothing. like she dedicated Sundays now to family day. Like, yo, even Jesus rested on Sunday. You ain't doing nothing. Like, if we got to go to brunch, we'll go to brunch. Like, so she like, listen, every Sunday we're going to go to a different restaurant and try something new. So I definitely give thanks to my wife, because if it wasn't for her, I'd just work around the clock.
Right. So no DJing gigs on Sundays?
No, not really.
So the only day you can DJ is Saturday or maybe Friday?
Unless it's a big bag. If it's a big enough bag, she'll let me go.
So what's a big enough bag?
Anything more than $1,000 or more, she'll let me go.
Okay.
On a Sunday.
Okay. All right.
Anything for $1,000 or more, she'll let me go on a Sunday.
Got you. So I gotta ask this question. What's it like doing your taxes?
Well, see, me personally, I got my girl that do them. She tell me what she need. Don't get me wrong, I hate, like, I do a spreadsheet, like, especially with Amazon and eBay, because everything got to be calculated.
So they don't do that for you? They keep track of all the items you're sending them and everything that's in inventory?
They do, but you print it all out for you. You can print it out, but for the most part, they do. Like, they'll tell you, like what you sold, like what they fees, what was your inbound shipping fees. They tell you how much you made through the year, through the quarters, and all that. But I just
sure no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I'm sure they send you a 1099, right?
Yeah, it's 1099 every year.
Amazon and eBay, right?
Yeah. Well, eBay I think it's PayPal and eBay, because they both.
Right. They had the eBay used to own PayPal. Yeah. Okay. So basically, a lot of the tax stuff is kind of, it's handled for you to a certain degree, but like, I guess you're driving around getting all these things. So I'm guessing you have to get that to your accountant as well. And, any other calls. I don't know. Do you run like Amazon ads for your stuff, or is it just, you just let them handle everything? You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I let Amazon just handle all that. See, I'm not one of these YouTube guys that you see, like, that's telling you you're going to have a Ferrari next week. No, that's not. You're not. Like, they're not telling you how much money they spend in product. Product cost. Like, I can go in Walmart or Target and run up a $3,000 bill buying stuff out of Walmart or Target. But they not telling you, like, yo, like, what is your return on that $3,000 that you just spent?
Right.
Is it 10%? Is it 20%? 30%? ROI on that? So they not telling you. They just telling you. What they get it confused is they tell you what they sold, but they're not telling you what comes out of that. Like, say for example, you sold something for $100. They'd say, "Oh yeah, just beat $100," but they're not telling you how much they paid for the item. They're not telling you they spent $75 for the item.
Right. Plus shipping, plus fees.
Exactly. So all actual reality, they probably only made $5 off of it.
But, the saying is a quick nickel is better than a slow dime. So if they can sell it fast, it's still $5 in profit.
See, I kind of vary with that too, because a lot of times I like to slow down. Like, when I was gonna say that when you said that the slow down versus the slow nickel. I mean, the fast nickel. Mm-hmm. It depends on the item. Depends on how. For me, it depends on how much I'm into the item for. If I'm into it for little or nothing, I don't care what I sell it for. I can get rid of it, because I don't really care as long as I make a profit off of it.
So like that first board game you brought, I forget the name of it, but you said you paid $1 for it. Basically, you spent $12 on 13 games or whatever it was, 12 games, and that you said it took you a couple months. So you were willing to, you can sit for something like that because it's not really a whole lot of money out of your pocket.
Yeah, well, as you know, anything you invest in, you never know the outcome. You don't know if it's going to sell fast, if it's going to sell. Even with stocks, you never know. It's always a gamble, because you can lose. You can lose it all. Even with this Amazon business, like I said, you can lose it all. You can invest a lot, and Amazon can pull the rug from up under you and say, "Look, we don't want you on our platform anymore. What are you going to do? You got a bunch of Amazon."
Have you ever been banned?
Knock on wood, no. I'm not trying to. I try to follow all rules and comply with everything. I try to run this, for me, this is my life.
Right.
It's not a fly by night, get rich quick scheme.
Right.
So I don't, like, you can sell used items on Amazon. Like, if I tell you you can sell used VCRs, it's profitable. You could buy a VCR for $5 or $10, and some of them can go for, I sell them anywhere from $100 to $250.
A VCR?
A VCR. A used VCR.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, but with that VCR, what they not tell you the work that goes in that. Yeah, I buy it for $5 or $10, but I also have to clean it. I test it thoroughly to make sure that it works, because I take pride in my business. When I'm giving the customer something, I want it to be as almost as new condition as possible. So if I got to sit there and shine it and buff it and Lysol it down and clean all of the heads in it, I'm gonna make sure all of that is working before my customer gets it.
Because if it's not working properly, they're going to give you a bad review.
Exactly. So,
and I mean, I'm not saying that's the only reason why you do it, because you also said it's a point of pride, but from a pure business perspective, you want to make sure that this machine goes out and it works in the way that the customer is expecting it to work.
Exactly. But see, me too, I undersell a lot of my stuff. Like, I basically try to over deliver on everything I give my customers, whether that's Amazon, eBay, even with my DJing business. I try to over deliver and get them way more than what they paid for. And that's what keeps me afloat. Because
why do you do that? Some people don't believe in that. Well, why do you do that?
How?
Why?
Because at the end of the day, it's about the customer. Like, you spending your money with me. So if you're spending your money with me, I want to give you the best service that I can give you. And for example, let's say DJing. I have some lights that's called moving headlights. They basically bright lights that move. A lot of my customers don't pay for that, but I'll still bring it out just because.
It adds to the experience.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But they didn't pay for it.
Well, that was a loaded question, right? Because that's actually one of my pet peeves. I said I'm going to start teaching customer service because I go into so many businesses that have no customer service. And this is an issue that has no racial boundaries, right? I get a lot of people that complain about Black-owned businesses and their lack of customer service. Well, you can go to any business and that can be the case. I think Black-owned businesses a lot of times get magnified just because of the community that we're from and everything like that. But I find that most people, well, a lot of people, especially smaller businesses, don't really have customer service principles and values that really guide them through everything. Like for you just said you take pride in delivering, over delivering to a customer, right? That's part of your customer service principles, right? Even though you never even see these folks outside of your DJing, but your Amazon and your eBay, you probably never see these people, never talk to them. Matter of fact, you said you're not even getting the emails from them. It's really more so going through Amazon, through Amazon FBA that's dealing with that. But exactly. You want your stuff to go out and you want it to be right. And so that's a key takeaway that I think any business owner can learn from. That's a gem right there.
True. I appreciate that. Like, it's the smallest thing. And honestly, my opinion, I think it's the new generation.
Nah, I think there's been people who just don't care. They just want your money. They don't believe it's an exchange of value. I mean, people have been getting ripped off over and over again. I mean, we try to say it's the new generation, but to me, the new generation, the millennials, are like the baby boomers. They just, they're non-traditionalists for the most part. This is a generalization. They're non-traditionalists, just like the baby boomers. They was fighting the war. They was getting high. They was having orgies. You know, I'm not going to say the new generation is doing that, but they're doing some of that. You know, they're just anti everything. And then they grow up and they have kids and they get houses and they like, well, I got these kids now. I got to be responsible. So life changes. So I think it's all generations, right? I mean, when you go back and you look at when you look at some of these deals, like in the stock market and things like that, stockbrokers were ripping people off. I mean, that's not great customer service. People laugh at me because I say I have a love-hate relationship with the financial services industry. I feel like it's not customer friendly enough or client friendly enough because, in my opinion, most people don't have the education and knowledge to truly make a great buying decision, whether it be for a house with a mortgage or an investment, or even during their taxes. They just don't have enough information, and the companies are not taking the time to educate them on things. I mean, that's part of the reason why I do this stuff, is because I want to try to help educate folks so they can have a better financial life. But the majority of companies, they just, in my opinion, the customers are just a number attached to a dollar sign. And if they don't fulfill whatever they need to fulfill, they move on to the next. So it's always good for me to hear about people who truly care about their customers or / clients.
Like, all right, for example, like, even when I told you, me and my wife and my daughter, we go out on Sundays to brunch.
Mm-hmm.
We go to a lot of different restaurants to try different things. But if I don't get good customer service, I don't tip. I don't care if you white, black, young, or old.
Right.
And I just probably started this over the last year and a half. Well, last year. I went down to Virginia Beach on vacation last year. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with Virginia Beach, but it's a Denny's down in Virginia Beach. If you ever go to Virginia Beach and go to that Denny's, it's a lady there by the name of Nana Pat. Nana Pat was 84 years old. Nana Pat had the best customer service in the world. Like, she actually came and sat down at the table, talked, brought our food out and everything. And I joke with my wife, like, if I don't get Nana Pat service, I'm not tipping. Because if an 84-year-old lady can do that, why can't a 20-year-old do it?
Nah, I feel you on that. You know, I guess I just push back and defend the youth a bit more because I feel like they get a bad rep. Like, even if you look at, I don't know if you saw the nail salon issue in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I heard
those folks were older. They weren't, millennials, and they still wilding. I'm just saying you can get a bad customer service issue anywhere. That's all. But, moving along, I don't want to belabor that. Again, kudos to you for taking the time to actually be customer centric and focus on the customer. Even though you don't get to see them, eyeball to eyeball, belly to belly, as they say in business. So what's the end goal, right? You're doing all this. You got multiple streams of income. They all take time and energy. What's the end goal for you?
All right, end goal for me. Let me ask you a question. Who is your great, 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 great grandfather?
My great, 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 his name is John Fulmore on my mother's side. I don't know on my father's side.
Nobody don't know?
Well, there's a couple reasons why I don't know him. I have a feeling I know what you're going to say, but go ahead.
Yeah, because he ain't leave you nothing.
Yeah, I've heard this before.
You know what I mean? So
John Fulmore didn't leave me nothing either, but I'm interested in the story. But to your point, if you leave something, your story has a higher chance of being told.
Exactly. So I just don't want to die in vain. When I die, I want my name to live on.
So it's for legacy. You're doing this for legacy.
Exactly. Because I don't really know none of my great grandparents. Like, they never left me off it. You know what I mean? So I look at it like if Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and all these other people, Warren Buffett, which they are mega millionaires and all that, if they can leave their family something, why can't I? At the end of the day, we all got the same 24 hours. It's just about how much you're willing to work. Like, a lot of people ask me, like, I try to tell my people about Amazon and eBay, like, just what you're doing here, I try to tell them. They look at me like my head is cut off, like I got something on my face.
What do they say to you?
Oh, no, I'm gonna try it. I don't know, that doesn't sound right. How you gonna do it? How you make money? I'm like, yo, it's profitable. It works. Trust me. But like I said, they don't want to hear that.
You got to be like the dudes on YouTube, man. You got to bring out your Ferrari or your Lambo, do the money phone.
See, that's my thing.
I don't believe you.
they selling something. I'm not trying to sell my people anything. I'm giving you, and that's the sad part, because if I tell them, listen, give me $150 and I show you how to make money, they'll pay me $150. But if I tell them for free, they think it's a gimmick.
Well, maybe you should do that, right? Maybe you should charge them $150 and then give them back their money, let's say $100 to go shopping with, to start their inventory up with.
But see, that's the only thing. I'm not trying to trick nobody into doing something for themselves. If
Nah,
it's not something
you can openly advertise it, right? You can let people know up front. It doesn't have to be a trick or false advertising.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point on what you're saying. You definitely got a point on what you're saying. But like I said, I'm like, yo, if you wanted, like, didn't nobody have to trick me or convince me to do it. I heard about it. I said, yo, let me try it. And the thing about me is I didn't know nobody to actually pick up a phone and call and ask questions about. So I had to learn a lot of things through trial and error and just research.
Okay, well, let's take this opportunity. What would you want to tell people to get started in Amazon or eBay and so on? And instead of telling them, just tell them to watch this video.
Yeah, you got a great point there. You definitely got a great point there. I definitely will. I definitely will plug it. Definitely will. I don't know.
So, I mean, you said step one, right? Sell stuff around your home, right? Start checking tags around your home to see what's profitable, what's not profitable, right?
True.
So what would step two be? What would you have people do next?
Step two, I would say sign up.
Sign up for Amazon. Would you do Amazon or eBay, or would you do both?
Well, I would tell first people to start out with eBay, because Amazon is a bit more stricter than eBay. Like eBay, you can just about sell anything. Certain things you can't sell, like you can't sell onesies, or you can sell onesies, but you can't use the word onesie, or you can't use the word Velcro. You know what I mean? Like certain words are trademarked.
Okay.
So you can't use them. Like those are two main ones: onesies, Velcro, and I believe outer box. Those three, I know. I forget what they call it, Vero or something. But those three, you can't put it in the description. You still can sell it, but you just can't put that word in the description. So I would say eBay is a lot more lenient than Amazon. Amazon, with the influx of everybody jumping on the bandwagon, Amazon restricted a lot of things. Like 2-3 years ago, you could sell regular CDs. Or another thing, well, everybody know Amazon is, they got their big come up off of books. So you can, textbooks, college textbooks was a money getter. Like you get college textbooks at yard sales for $5, you can resell them for $200-$300 for a textbook. But everybody started jumping on the bandwagon. Now they restricted it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Legos. You can't sell, a lot of people, like new sellers can't sell Legos. Me, I was grandfathered into it. So I can sell Legos.
Why can't you sell Legos? Well, why couldn't, if I were to sign up, why couldn't I sell Legos?
Because it's restricted for you. Now, it's not that you can't sell it. You can sell it, but you're going to have to jump through a lot of hoops. Like you're going to have to buy straight from the Lego manufacturer. And you're going to have to get a letter from the Lego manufacturer saying that they give you authorization to sell Legos.
Okay.
Like even with Nike and all of those brands, Nike, Puma, Adidas, a lot of those, like say, I'm not sure if you sell on Amazon, if you signed up for an account, but if you was to go sign up for an account today and you try to sell one of those, it's going to say restricted. They're not going to allow you to sell it.
And I'm guessing that's because Nike actually sells on the Amazon platform.
That, and then they try to eliminate a lot of the knockoffs and the counterfeits.
Okay.
Even with the CDs, they try to eliminate the counterfeits. Like even though I've been doing it for a couple of years, I can't even sell DVDs. Like there's only a certain amount of people that can sell DVDs on Amazon. Gotcha.
So all right. So you said 1, start scanning things around your house. 2, sign up for eBay and Amazon. Well, you said do eBay first. Now,
I would suggest eBay.
With eBay, you can do the auction, or you can do, I think, what they call it, pay now.
Buy it now.
Yeah. Which one would you suggest people do?
Me personally, I always do buy it now. I never do auctions because I don't want to waste a listing, because depending on what, like, you can list on eBay for free, or you can get a store, which is $19.99 a month, I believe, where you get 500 listings a month. And out of that 500 listings, 250 is auction, and then 250 is buy it now. I just use buy it now. That way, if somebody see it, they can buy it now. But you also can run I believe you also can run an auction with a buy it now too.
Option, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's a fee for listing though. Either way, right? There's a fee when you list stuff on eBay.
It's a fee when you go over the allotted number of listings they give you. So if you go,
I'm saying if you don't have a store, like I put a pair of lacrosse gloves up there, and I did the auction, and they charged me a fee. It was a couple bucks. I forget what it was.
Did they sell?
No.
Then yeah, I'm assuming it is a few. Because like I said, I don't do auctions. I only do buy it now. I don't think I ever did an auction.
Okay.
In the time of me doing it, because eBay, I only been doing eBay for a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
What it is I'm a bigger Amazon seller, and I have an older brother. My older brother is 10 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
My older brother is a bigger eBay seller.
Oh, so this is in the family.
Well, listen, this is how crazy it is. Me and my brother wasn't speaking for like a year and a half. We wasn't speaking for a year and a half. And one day we called each other, and by coincidence, I was doing Amazon, he was doing eBay, but neither one of us knew that we was doing it.
Mm.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm doing Amazon. He's like, yeah, I'm doing eBay. What? I'm like, yo, you need to get on Amazon. He's like, you need to get on eBay. All right, cool. So we both, like, he taught me how to do eBay. I taught him how to do Amazon.
And the beef was over.
Yeah, the beef was over. So, but
beautiful.
My brother, that's his full-time job. eBay is that's his full-time career.
So is he one of these dudes at the thrift shops and flea markets buying up stuff and then posting it on eBay and Amazon?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
okay.
him.
Okay.
Like, he's doing very well in it, I might say.
And so you think this is something everybody can do, right?
Listen, a 4-year-old can do it. It's so simple. Like, it's simple. Like, if you have common sense, you can do it. You just need a tad bit of common sense. That's it.
Okay.
In a smartphone. If you have a smartphone and a tad bit of common sense, you can do it. Because all it is taking pictures, putting up a listing, describing the item. If let's just say it's new unboxed, you can say this item is new unboxed. Take 3 or 4 pictures of it and list it, and that's it.
All right, so we got again. Start scanning stuff around your house to get started. Open an account with Amazon and eBay. Then start listing with eBay. You said start with eBay first, right? Is there anything else you would do for the brand new beginner?
Don't as a beginner, I would say do not try to look at a bunch of YouTube videos and try to emulate them. Start with what you're comfortable with. Do not take out credit. I've seen people take out credit card loans and take out advances on their credit cards to start this. If you don't have the capital to do it, I will not suggest you doing it.
So just do cash. Don't do any credit cards or anything else. Just do cash for the most part.
Exactly. Not unless you got a major connect. Like, say you got to connect with a bunch of iPhones that you know gonna move.
Mm.
Other than that, if you just doing regular random items, or if you're not in a niche, do not take out credit cards and second mortgages on your home and cash advances on your credit card. Do not do that. Start with the free items that you have laying around your house, or take $50, $25 if you have it, and just go to a Goodwill and just walk around a Goodwill or thrift store.
So take $25, go to a Goodwill or thrift store, scan the items they have there, and see if they're worth anything.
Exactly. It's that simple.
All right, I'm gonna do a test. I might do it this weekend, and then I'll report back.
Hey, that sounds like a deal. Only thing I'm gonna say, be cautious this weekend, because it is holiday weekend.
Okay, so I shouldn't do it this weekend. Maybe I should wait till next weekend.
or if you, I would strongly suggest if you could do it during a weekday.
What day? Tell me the day.
Any day, Monday through Friday. Any day, Monday through Friday. Only reason I say weekends because weekends is flooded. Most people are off on weekends. So everybody and their mama is at the thrift store on the weekend.
Okay.
So that's why I try to stay away from them on the weekends. Like weekends, like this time, garage sales, yard sale. That's what I say. Go to a yard sale. Take $25 and go to a yard sale.
Go to a yard sale.
Go to yard sales, and you can find them on Craig. You can find yard sales on Craigslist. There's apps that you can download on your phone, either Android or iPhone. That I think is one called My Treasure is a yard sale app. It'll tell you where all the yard sales at in your area, where you at.
Okay, so all right, boom, there we have it. So one, start scanning stuff around the house just to get an idea of what's going on. Two, was open an account, Amazon and eBay. So now three is go shopping, go to a yard sale with $25 to $50 and start scanning. We're going to scan while we're at the yard sale, see how much stuff is going for, and then buy some stuff and then list it on eBay and Amazon. So four will be listed on Amazon or eBay. eBay, right.
But the main thing I would tell anyone, once again, make sure you do your research because with eBay, you're going to have to ship the product. So you want to get familiar with the postal service, with what first class, priority, get familiar with the ounces, the weight of what you're shipping.
Okay, and make sure you include that in there. All right, so here's an example. I have an old Pilates machine in my house that I want to sell. Now, I've looked it up, but I have no idea how much it's going to cost to ship.
Okay, how much do you think that Pilates machine weigh?
Somewhere between 25 and 50 pounds.
25 and 50. How big is it?
I don't know. It's about half my height.
All right, about half your height. Now, my question to you is,
and it folds up, so when it opens up, it's taller than me.
All right, so do you have a box to ship that in?
No, I gotta get a box.
Okay, so did you do the research on that machine?
No, well, I've looked. There are machines on eBay, selling from anywhere from I think $100 to all the way up to $500, brand new out the box.
Okay, so this is another key factor with eBay. eBay, when you searching an item on eBay, first and foremost, you need to download the app because you can't search nothing without the app. Download the app. That way you know what you're searching. When you look for the item, you're going to look under sold and comparable items. What's sold? I don't care what other people have it listed. I need to know what's sold and when it's sold. Because eBay will show you the date that it's sold and the date it's sold and how much it's sold for. That's what I care for. I think it tells you back up to the last 90 days how many sold of that item. So that's what I care about.
And you can see that on the app. You just got to look for it, I guess.
Yes, it'll show you on the app. It'll show you what that item when it's sold.
Is that when you list the item, or you can find it before you post it?
You can find it before you post it. This is the key. The two things you want to do when you're doing research, you want to type in an item name. Let's say Xbox 360. You type in Xbox 360. It's going to pull up all of the Xbox 360. And in your right-hand corner, it's going to show you at the top. When you click the menu button, it's going to show you how many Xbox 360 it is. So let's just say you got 1,000 Xbox 360s, right? Then you scroll all the way down to the middle of the page. You're going to click on sold. You want to see how many of those items actually sold within the last 90 days. So out of 1,000 you got listed right now, let's say 3,000 might have sold in the last 90 days. That'll be an item that I will buy because I know that at least it's selling twice a day, at least.
Right.
Minimum.
Okay.
So that's how you determine with eBay whether or not it's an item you want to mess with or not. Now, if you got, let's say you got 3,000 of them that people were selling, but you only got 100 that sold, that'd be something that I wouldn't mess with because there's too many people selling it and not enough of them selling fast enough for me to buy.
Right. So the demand's not high enough.
All right, now listen, right? I don't know if you could heard that, but just as I'm talking to you, I literally just sold something on eBay.
He flexing. Like, I heard a ching ching.
So that's how you know when something sold.
Was that your PayPal that was going off?
eBay notified me that an item was that I need to ship an item.
Okay, so what did you sell? Does it tell you?
Yeah, it's a video game.
Okay. Which one and how much?
This is a Wii U. It's a Wii U game.
So do you have a niche or do you sell any and everything?
Me personally, I sell any and everything that I can get my hands on. Just about any and everything. I sell a lot of electronics and video games, but I don't have a particular niche that like I'm not in just shoes or arts and crafts because I never want to get tied down with just one niche.
And so you find these video games at like flea markets or you go on sale racks at various stores or how do you find them?
Yard sales. Thrift stores. I do buy off of Facebook Marketplace. So if I see someone selling them, well, I try to buy in a lot and lots of them. So if I can buy it in a lot, like I'm not sitting out here nickel and dime and buying one game at a time. I ain't got time for that. As you know, I have other things. I'm busy, so I need to buy multiple at one time. So if I can buy multiple, then that's what I do.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking some time out for us today on this busy night. Hopefully you won't get in trouble with the wife for taking your time away from the family life. So let everybody know where they can find you. I know you're always looking for DJ gigs. So let everybody know where they can find you and get your DJ gigs or possibly hire you for a DJ gig.
You can look me up on Instagram at DJ Aveboy. That's DJ AVEBOY on Instagram, or you can find me on Facebook at Derek Quick. I guess / Facebook. I don't know how that works, but it's Derek Quick.
Derek Quick.
You know, I don't have Twitter and all that other stuff and all. I ain't Snapchat and all. I ain't with all that. Just Facebook and Instagram. DJ Aveboy. You can type in either one. You'll find me on Facebook or Instagram or Derek Quick.
Okay. Everyone. I appreciate you, Derek, with sharing your time, sharing your knowledge with our audience. Hopefully somebody will take advantage of it. If they don't, I am. Everybody, listen, thanks for watching it today. Thanks for joining us today. We're here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We broadcast live on Facebook. Last week, we had a bit of a technical issue, so we live streamed to YouTube. That was with Mr. Dave Anderson. That was a very, very interesting interview last week. Dave has done a lot of things, so check it out when you get a chance. I also upload it to my page here. But again, share this with somebody who needs help creating multiple streams of income. This is why we do it. I'm here to help everybody raise their financial IQ so they can make more money for themselves, their family, and their overall community. So until the next time, I'll see you all next Wednesday. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Salute you.